Welcome to my tarot card reading for Aries 2018, and this is Manu Tarot. Let's start immediately with your reading. We have here the Outcast, we have Oshumare, and we have Okun. For those that understand what I'm going to say, what we have here is Ejiope Okana, Ejioko Okana, and we have Ejiope, and we have Ogunda. Okay, more or less that's what we have here. And then we have here the stars: Saturn, Uranus, Aquarius, Jupiter, Sagittarius, the Eight of Wands, and the Magician, Gemini, Virgo, Mercury. And what we have here is the Outcast, talking about things that you're going to do. It sounds like you're ready to jump into action during this year, my dear Aries. It sounds like, at the same time, it's letting us know there's going to be a lot of impulsiveness from your side. So the warning of being careful and thinking through is very important. But the tarot cards are letting us know that you are like ready for action. You're going to jump into action. That's what the tarot cards are saying here. Okay? But at the same time, it's also letting us know that there's going to be ups and downs. There are things that are not going to work the way you thought, the way you expected. Okay? At the same time, it's letting us know that there's going to be a tendency from you to isolate, to withdraw. Later on, you're going to realize why. But that's what the tarot cards are saying. There's going to be a big emphasis in your dreams, your objectives, your goals during this year. That's why you're ready to jump into action. You are focused this year. This is what I want, and this is how I'm going to do it, and this is how I'm going to obtain what I want. You are action-oriented, goal-oriented this year. Okay? There's going to be during this year, you're going to feel attracted, very probable, to studying anything that is spiritual. Okay? Metaphysics, chakras, astrology, numerology, whatever it is that you are going to study is something along that line. Esotericism, anything related with that line. Okay? You're going to feel attracted to that. There's a very big chance that you're going to be traveling during this month. I won't be surprised. And also, there is going to be a moment that something related with the law is going to be emphasized during this month. It could be good, it could be bad. Okay? It all depends. But the law is also involved here. So, there's going to be, like I said, this focus to your goals, to objectives. You're going to start having like a clear picture of what you need to do in order to get where you want. You're like more clear the steps that you have to follow. Okay? And at the same time, the Magician is, remember, the axiom that says that as it is above, it is below, and vice versa, letting us know that during this year, technically you have the power to make things happen. But technically, all depends on you. That is what I mentioned here with the names that I gave you, the crazy names, Ejioko, Okana, all this kind of stuff. Because Okana, with one, the world was created. And that's your life during 2018. Technically, you have the power to create or to destroy. And they're letting you know. So that's why you have to be very careful. But the energy is out there. There's a desire of creating and making things happen for you. Okay? We have here the Outcast. The Outcast, the way I see it, it is influencing these first three cards and these other three cards. The same thing with the stars. Okay? Then we have Oshumare that is influencing these cards and these other cards with this. And then the same thing with Ogun is influencing these cards with these cards. So what you're going to see is that some cards like the Outcast and Oshumare are influencing one particular set of cards. But that's mostly for me. Anyway, The first trimester of 2018 is letting us know that there's going to be some difficulties, some obstacles, some problems, and you need to jump into action. You cannot postpone, you cannot keep procrastinating. It's letting us know that there's going to be a big chance that you might have some financial problems, some financial difficulties, and you need to jump into action. You cannot postpone it any longer. So you have to do something about it. If you have a business, it's probably that during the first 2 months of the year, you're going to have some financial problems. Things are not flowing the way you thought, and you need to figure out how to bring more customers. That's just an example, okay? So, but the tarot cards are letting you know that there's going to be some difficulties at the beginning of the year, and you need to jump into action, okay? And that's why we have the outcast here and the star Saturn, Uranus, Aquarius, because you are goal oriented. You need to do something to make it happen. This is what you want, and that's where you're going to be heading, okay? It can also mean that your mind is into fixing, if we can call it like that, a problem, an obstacle, trying to solve a problem that you are facing or you have been facing, okay? The second trimester, what we have here is technically the tarot card is saying that during the second trimester you're going to start seeing that things are going to start changing for you. You're going to start feeling a little bit liberating. You're going to be able to walk out of whatever that is holding you back, okay? You will be able to see and understand what it is that is holding you back, what it is that is not allowing you to grow. Because this second trimester, you're going to start seeing the growth. You're going to keep, being goal-oriented, objective-oriented, motivated, but you're going to start seeing that during the second trimester. Okay? By the third trimester, what we have is the Chariot, the Emperor, and the Hermit. Here again, there's new projects coming up. New ideas that you have, okay? New projects, new ideas, and probably that's where the legal issue enters. That's where all this starts. Therefore, what we have here is no beginnings, but it requires from you, my dear Aries, a lot of thinking, a lot of analysis, a lot of brooding perhaps, and reorganization, okay? There's going to be a little bit of problem that you need to solve as well, but you need to study, analyze. And this is during these trimesters also when you're going to be analyzing, thinking, and learning new things. There's a big emphasis in learning during this year, okay? And there is going to be this process where you're going to be analyzing, studying this new project, this new idea that is going to emerge, and that you probably want to make it happen, okay? During this year also, you're going to be standing before someone with authority. So during this trimester, it could be that you might be standing in front of a lawyer, a judge, or it could be your own boss or someone with more authority in your organization. Whatever it is, you're going to be standing before someone with authority. There's going to be also travel during this time of the year. You might be traveling, but this traveling might also be with pleasure. It could be that someone in your family dies. I have to be clear and honest, and you have to be traveling during this year. There's always a possibility. We have Ogun influencing here, isolation, withdrawal. So that could be it. Okay, this is also a good trimester for you to get involved in spiritual stuff, like a retreat. Okay, then we have here the Sun, the Hierophant, the Pope, and the Wheel of Fortune. Here what we have is a feeling of security, but this security could be false. So be very careful. Anyway, you feel very secure, very confident of everything that you have. okay? And it sounds like you have an idea that everything is going to work out the way you want. But at the end, the tarot cards are saying that it's not going to work the way you want it. Therefore, you have to be careful. Okay? There's a big emphasis in spiritual stuff, especially the last 6 months. The tarot cards are saying, technically, that during this year, also especially during this last 6 months of the year, it sounds like you're going to be exploring spiritual stuff. I'm going to call it like that. Because we have the Wheel of Fortune, there's going to be a warning for you here. And this warning is that it sounds like you are exploring or contemplating the idea of drugs. And when I say drugs, I'm not talking about LSD or cocaine, heroin. No, I'm talking more spiritual stuff, like magic mushrooms, if you want to call it like that, hallucinogenic mushrooms, hallucinogenic plants, ayahuasca, peyote, or anything along that line. Okay? It sounds like you are going to be prone into that. The advice that the tarot cards are giving is just to hold back a little bit. Don't explore this on your own. Use someone that really knows what it's doing. Be very careful, because you might open a door that you are not ready to open. That's the warning. Okay? Just keep that in mind. You might open a door that you're not ready to open. Okay? And there's always the possibility that you go in a trip and never come back from the trip, meaning that you might end up getting crazy. Okay? Let's keep going. We have the Magician, the Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Sun. Notice that what this tarot card is saying is that you're going to experience obstacles, but at the end, everything will start coming out. You're going to start coming out of these obstacles, of these upheavals, these problems, and you're going to start seeing that things are going to start heading into a different direction, and it seems like everything's going to go very well for you during this year. We have again the Empress, the Queen of Wands, the Emperor, and the Pope. Again, the same story of before, but in this case, during this time of the year, it sounds like financially you're going to start doing a little bit better than before, and you might obtain a degree of independence. Okay? Then 2018, again, notice we have Four of Swords, Eight of Swords, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of thinking, a lot of analysis, but at the same time, the tarot cards are saying that you are forced to do things on your own. In other words, you're going to liberate yourself from the chains of specific perceptions or way of thinking that they have been holding you back. It's like during this year, you finally see through the veil. You finally understand why things are happening the way they're happening, and you're finally able to liberate from that, to be free of the shackles of whatever it is that was holding you back. It could be fear, whatever it is. During this year, you're going to be liberated, but you have to be very careful at the same time, because you might cause or steer a degree of stagnation. Okay, so it sounds like it depends also which road you take down the road of liberation and freedom. Okay, so that's all I have for you for Aries 2018. Until the next one.